Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to John's RC. And today I have this pretty unique model to show you guys. This is the Hobbyking or Rix.cn. I'm not sure. I saw it on the Hobbyking website though. This is the, so I'm just gonna say Hobbyking, the Hobbyking TB-20 RC airplane. Now this, as you can see, is a pretty beat up model, and I assure you I did not do this to the plane. This is actually an auction find at our San Gabriel Valley Radio Control League annual auction a couple years back, and I got this thing for $5. Nobody else wanted it because it looked like it was in terrible shape, and the tail was also in a couple of pieces. So you can see here the vertical stabilizer is it was cracked down over here. The horizontal stabilizer has seen better days, and I just butchered a tape job on that, and I mean, it flies. So, you know, it looked pretty cool. It was really grimy when I got it, so I had to wash her down, and even with the wash, there's just like some dirt that's just like ingrained itself into the foam. But yeah, so this plane is, I want to say 12, 13 years old now. And on Hobbyking's website, it comes as either an ARF kit, so that means nothing whatsoever other than the airframe and some of the mechanical parts. And it also has an option where it comes with the servo, motors, and the ESC. Also, if you can hear the plane beeping, I think that's just the motor. The motor is really weird, it just beeps. Nothing's wrong with the plane. But anyway, that means I don't know whether the original owner of this purchased it with the servos, motor, and ESC bundled together, or they just got it with the RF kit. I guess they got it with the RF kit because the electronics don't match with what's on the website. The servos that it comes with are Hobbyking 9-gram servos. There's 3 of them. There's one for the rudder, and you can see the rudder is also attached to a steerable nose wheel. And there's one for the elevator, and there's only one for the aileron, and it's, you can see here the mechanism they use is there's just this kind of like metal spar that goes across these two, and there's one master servo in the middle. And you can see here, oh, something's wrong with the aileron now. I think my receiver is blocking it, but anyway, this model has a wingspan of 1045 millimeters. It has a length of 748 millimeters with a flying weight of 630 grams. Now, the battery that was supposed to be used in this model was a 2-cell 1800 milliampere battery pack. Quite odd, but I did not have any, so I used a 2-cell 1500. And this was actually courtesy of Pete from Banana Hobby. Thank you, Pete. This was a long time ago, but these batteries still work great. I thought I would never have a use for them, but apparently 2-cell planes of this size actually exist. So it was actually quite odd that the manufacturer recommended a 2-cell 1800, because when I flew this on the 2-cell 1500, it was a total pig in the air. I think it was going like what, like 30 miles per hour maximum, probably even less. I was at full throttle the entire time, and it was just struggling to stay in the air. But you know, it was actually kind of fun to fly after you got it to climb a little bit by praying to the universe. This thing would not climb whatsoever, but at full throttle, you finally got to climb, and you were able to do some minor aerobatics. I was able to get some inverted flight in, some rolls. I did not even attempt to do a loop because I don't think it would have been able to climb into a loop because this thing was just so darn slow. On Hobbyking's website, this thing says it uses a 2822 kV brushless outrunner motor. I didn't bother to check inside the cowling because, for one, these screws are really, really old now, so it's probably stripped. But also, I just didn't want to check. And it said it uses an 18 amp ESC. The ESC that's connected to the plane right now is a 20 amp. So even then, it's still extremely underpowered. The motor on Hobbyking's website says high power motor. It's not high power at all. This thing is a total slug, snail, pig in the air. But, you know, it looks cool. So I have this thing bound to my Spectrum NX10, and you can see here, this is your motor. This is full throttle. I have one finger on it. It's just a really slow airplane, but not much you can do with the $5 airplane, and I don't think I'm even gonna bother to replace the electronics. It's just something I've had for 3 years, and I've been meaning to do a video on it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So now let me show you the flight video.
Switching over to 4.5.
Beautiful plane.
Thank you. Nice pike, John.